Hey Raiders.
Hey guys, welcome back.
Hello, gang.
Yeah, well, we've had a little bit of a break, a couple of quote unquote snow days tied into our spring break because of the COVID-19 outbreak in the United States and the world. But here we are, we're back, and we're excited to be able to present to you today and kind of take you through the next 10 days of what we're going to be doing.
Yeah, so day one here should be fairly easy. We just wanted to give you a look at our workspace, and then we're going to ask that you share a picture of your workspace with us by 10 o'clock tonight. So if you can get that picture in, and that's your assignment, that's your kind of check-in for today, is just share your picture with us. So if you take a look, ours are all on the right-hand side there. The top one is Mr. Krause's, and the middle is Mr. Odell's, and then the bottom one is mine. So you want to have some place that's separate, that's clean, where you can be organized, and it'll have everything you need.
Before we move forward with our COVID experience here, we need to tie up some loose ends. And that is number one there. You'll notice missing assignments prior to our virtual learning experience. If you're missing any of those things, you need to get those in. Even if they're paper assignments, Coach Shortner changed all the Canvas settings so that you can take a picture of them and submit them. Is that correct, Coach?
That is correct.
Okay. So all missing assignments, they need to be turned in and submitted by April 9th. Now, that does not include number two there, the tests. It doesn't affect a great many of you, but the 1920s, Great Depression, World War II tests, if you currently have not done those, don't worry about those. If we do make it back before the end of the year, we'll get those made up. But during this period of time right now, don't worry about those. Just focus on missing assignments.
Yep. We will change the 0 in the gradebook for those of you that haven't taken those tests to be a dash, so that it doesn't negatively impact your grade, but it also doesn't help you.
In addition to turning in any late assignments that you might have had, we want to also talk about just some of the goals that we have with virtual learning. And one of the goals will be that we're hoping that you'll check in with us during our office hours at least once a week, if not more.
And realize that any assignments that we have for you, we'll put on Canvas. It'll have a due date, and we will always have a 10 p.m. deadline for you. So we'd like you to have things submitted by 10 p.m. And they will be posted by 8:15 each morning. But most likely probably before that they'll be opened up. But
and that should be plenty of time to get any of those done.
Obviously, if there's extenuating circumstances, please just contact your TOR and we'll work through those with you.
And you can use the upcoming office hours that we're about to share with you as well. Speaking of office hours, we're going to be able to be on a live chat with you using Google Meet. And Mrs. Shortner will be 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. every day. I will be 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. And Mr. Odell will be from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m.
You can access these Google Meets through the calendar on Canvas. We'll have a link there that just reminds you of what these times. But in order to get to that link, you're going to go to the Canvas module. And then on the left-hand side, underneath modules, it says Office Hours Google Meet. When you click on that, it'll show you what you see on the screen right now, and then you just hit open in a new tab, and you'll be able to join us. And it'll look just like what you're seeing right now from us. That's the program we're using right now to create this video for you.
So what are you going to do during the office hours? Ultimately, during the office hours, we hope that we can discuss some curriculum if you need to. You can ask us any questions related to U.S. history, or maybe even some technical questions. We probably have some answers for you related to that. And if we don't, we'll put you in touch with someone who can, or at least give you the direction to go to find that information. But it's definitely to interact with you, and see your lovely faces, and be able to answer any questions and talk about U.S. history during those office hours. So.
Realize they're a check-in too. You don't have to be there the entire hour. We will be there the entire hour, but you can come and go as you please in those office hours. So if you take a look, your modules are going to be set up a little different. We've set them up in the past by unit, and what we're going to do moving forward with virtual learning is we're going to set them up by week. So we've got week 1 here. We'll have Monday, Tuesday as your headers, and then the things that you need to do for each of those days will be listed underneath them. Okay, guys, so we're going to put things out as a 10-day calendar. We're going to break it down. You'll have a link to this at the top of each of the 2 weeks here, modules as we move forward. Just a breakdown of what's going to take place in each day. So as you can see right here, for your first day, we're walking through this video for you and covering expectations, office hours. And then at the bottom here, there is another video that's linked under the module that we're going to need you to go in and look at, and that's going to be the Cold War presentation for today. Part 1 is about 16 minutes, and it's got a few study list items for you. Looking at Wednesday, you're going to finish by watching part 2 of the Cold War at Home presentation, and then that should wrap up your study guide.
Once you wrap up taking a look at part 2 on Wednesday, then we'll move into Thursday. We'll have a Quizlet that you'll be able to interact with. It'll be live, and you'll have opportunity to continue to review initially. And then ultimately, we'll be taking the Chapter 19 quiz. It will be an open notes quiz. We'll have it open for the day. It will officially close at 10 o'clock in the evening. And once it's closed, then you will not have the opportunity to take that unless we notify you.
Friday, we'll be walking into a new unit, taking a look at Kennedy a little bit. So you're going to watch portions of a video called Poison Dreams, and you're going to fill out the 21.1 guided reading that goes with that. So we're going to ask that you pull that guided reading down into Notability to complete it. We'll have the times on there for you. So you're going to watch from the beginning to about 18 minutes, and then you're going to watch from 30 minutes to the end, and then you'll submit that when you're finished with it by 10 p.m. So you've got roughly probably about 35 minutes or so of work that day with those videos.
That'll roll you into the weekend. You'll have Saturday and Sunday off, and then we'll pick up again on Monday. That'll start out with our tour classes on Monday and Tuesday. Coach Riddell, you want to go through those?
Yeah, we're just going to be looking at John Kennedy's assassination a little bit. It's going to be divided into 2 parts during the course of that week. You'll have an activity 1. There'll be some reading to do, a little map work to do. There'll just be a short and written response. And then that Wednesday large group will come back with the other activities in response to that. And then if you look at the end of the week, Friday, you'll notice that we're going to stay on schedule as we normally would. If we were meeting together at school Friday, we would have off because of Easter break, Good Friday, and we're going to do the same and honor that as well as we go through our virtual learning.
All right, guys, that's all we have for you. Hope everything is clear and you know what you need to do. So at this point, what we need you to do for the rest of the day today, just some reminders, take a picture of your workspace and get that submitted and turned in on Canvas before 10 p.m. And then also take a look at the Cold War at Home Part 1. It's about 16 minutes and it'll fill in some information on your study list. And then you'll have Part 2 tomorrow to wrap up your study list. If you've got questions, let us know. Otherwise, have a great rest of the day.